President Trump's cabinet meeting today included updates from the heads of several departments, but he never mentioned or called on his Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem.
We've had an amazing year.
Facing bipartisan calls for her ouster, Noem sat silently, the most public sign yet of the damage her comments about Alex Preddy's death have done to her standing in the administration. Another sign came down the street at the Capitol.
The yeas are 45, the nays are 55.
Where a bill to keep the government open was blocked by Democrats who are demanding changes to how ICE operates.
This is a moment of truth for the United States of America. What the nation witnessed on Saturday in the streets of Minneapolis was a moral abomination. What ICE is doing outside the law is state-sanctioned thuggery, and it must stop.
Democrats want federal agents to take off their masks, put on body cameras, and operate by the same standards as state and local police.
We'll work in a very bipartisan way, I believe, not to have a shutdown. We don't want a shutdown.
The president isn't resisting those demands, and Republicans on Capitol Hill acknowledge ICE agents need to show more restraint.
I'm willing to entertain some reforms to make sure that we rein in ICE appropriately and make it more professional.
One other note from today's cabinet meeting, the president says he plans to name his choice to serve as the next chairman of the Federal Reserve next week to succeed Jerome Powell, who he's clashed with over how to fight inflation. Lots of intrigue, Tony, around who he picks and their ultimate independence from him.
It's going to be very interesting, Ed. Thank you very much. We turn now to Fremont, Nebraska, where at an anti-ICE protest outside a high school today, a driver with a Trump flag on his car showed up, exchanged words with protesters, and then hit a girl who had been standing a few feet in front of his car. This all according to News Channel Nebraska. No word on what happened to the driver after he left. The girl is expected to be okay. Now to Fulton County, Georgia, which includes most of Atlanta and was a focus of President Trump's efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. It's back in the news tonight as FBI agents have seized boxes of ballots there along with other documents. Skylar Henry has new information on what exactly they're looking for.
Fulton County officials were defiant today, one day after FBI agents raided the county's election hub, hauling away 700 boxes that contained ballots from the 2020 election, along with private voter data.
Once they left that facility last night in those FBI trucks, I don't know where they are now. I don't know who has them. I don't know what they're doing with them.
A spokesperson for the FBI in Georgia would not provide details about the search, but a search warrant cited possible violations of federal laws protecting election records and against procuring fraudulent votes. The raid escalates the administration's efforts to investigate Georgia's 2020 election, which President Trump narrowly lost to Joe Biden. At that time, Trump claimed it was due to fraud and tried to pressure Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger to, quote, find the votes to win the state.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
Since returning to the office, Mr. Trump has continued his attacks.
There was a rigged election. Everybody now knows that. They found out. People will soon be prosecuted for what they did.
Former Republican Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan, now a Democrat, says Mr. Trump just can't accept his loss.
There's not a single ounce of proof that anything was rigged. We were in a safe, legal election here, and we'll do it again and again and again if he doesn't get in our way.
Also present during the raid, the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, who is usually focused on intelligence gathering and external threats. The Trump administration says that she was here to maintain election integrity. Democrats on the Senate Intelligence Committee say they want more information and are calling for a briefing about Gabbard's presence here as well. So far, her office has not responded. Tony?
Very interesting, Skylar. Thank you very much.